guys and welcome to today's video. Today I have a bare face, which means only one thing: we must put makeup on it. And today I'm going to do a full face of Colourpop makeup. I haven't done this in quite a while, so I thought it was time to revisit the brand, and they've got some new stuff. Last time I did a full face of Colourpop, they didn't even have, like, I don't even think they had mascara back when I did that, so I thought we'd revisit the brand. I haven't even tried their mascara. I haven't even tried their foundation sticks. The only foundation I tried is their liquid one. Wasn't really a fan, but yeah, there's some products I haven't tried, and I recently hauled some in my June and July haul. I'll link it up in the eye up here if you haven't seen it already, but I hauled some Colourpop stuff, and it kind of just got me thinking. I haven't tried a lot of Colourpop makeup out that they've recently released. I have tried quite a bit of it, but I haven't tried all of it. So yeah, I've got a ton of Colourpop makeup. This isn't all of my collection because it would take me a while to get all of that out and then back in my drawers, but I've kind of pulled most of it out and pulled out most of what Colourpop own as a brand, apart from their primer, because it's like a pore filling one, and I've never owned that one. Pore filling primers aren't really my gig, so until they come out with a hydrating one, I will not be purchasing that. Okay, so I've bought myself a closer, just a smidge, like literally just a smidge, just to get my face more into the camera. We haven't got like a moisturiser, but we've got a hyaluronic acid serum from Fourth Ray. This is called Rainfall. It's only like 2%, so I'm not sure like how amazing it's going to be, but I've never tried Fourth Ray Beauty, and obviously that's a sister brand to Colourpop, so I thought we would try out some of this. I'm just going to rub that in. If I'm honest, this is probably something I'd put on before bed because it's quite, well, it's a serum, so it's not like a moisturiser, but it's something I'd like to sit into my skin before bed, so probably not something I'd apply before makeup, but it's just like a nice moisturising sort of active on my face before we put a primer on. So yeah, I actually quite like this, first impressions. To prime the face, like I said, I do not have the primer that is like the all-star primer because it's a pore filling one, but I have got the Colourpop Rose Quartz Crystal Priming Spray, so that's like my way around it, is to use the priming spray, which we might be using to set our makeup with as well. Oh, it's a bit aggressive. I'm just going to fan this down a little bit because I look very sweaty. Okay, so on to foundation. Like I said, I've never tried out the foundation sticks before. I've only tried out their foundation liquid. So I'm really intrigued to try these out. These have been sitting in my drawers for literally, I want to say like 6 months, maybe more. When these came out, I bought them like a couple of months after they came out, so I don't know, you do the maths. But yeah, I've got the shades Fair 30 Cool, like C, Fair 25 Warm, Fair 27 Neutral, and Fair 07 Neutral. So let's just give these a quick swatch and see which one is going to best suit me. Okay, so from this side to this side, what side is that? Is that from right to left? Should we do, wait, let's do it from this side, so that's your left to right. So from left to right we've got Fair 30C, which I think is the one I'm going to choose, Fair 27N, which is this one here, and then we've got Fair 25W, this one here, and then we've got Fair 07N, this one here. I'm thinking probably this one's going to suit me the most, which is Fair 30C. Maybe just like do that, and then I'm going to use a brush and buff it out. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, this is quite nice. Okay, I'm going to apply a little bit more because obviously we want a little bit more coverage than we've got here. So this is the brush side. I think that looks really nice. It kind of looks like very, not dewy, but kind of like silk-like, you know, like satin. And I really like that. So yeah, I mean, that's quite nice. That is quite nice. Let's try this side with the sponge. Okay, one thing I want to say is that I noticed that it's so much quicker just to blend it out with the brush, so I'm just going to blend it out with the brush. You know what? I think I quite like just the brush and not the sponge. I think I quite like just the buffing in with the brush. It actually has quite a nice finish, so I'm just going to go slightly where I feel like it's just taken up a little bit. I mean, that's quite nice. I actually think it's a good shade match for the rest of my body. It might be a hair too light, but I always prefer foundations to be that tad bit lighter than too dark, because at least I can warm a foundation up with bronzer. I actually really like that. Like, that's really nice. Let me zoom in and show you. Like, I'm hoping you can see how nice that coverage is and how, like, it's not too cakey. I thought it was going to be really cakey. I hope you can see in, like, the cameras pulling it off for you, but I actually really like that. Like, look at my cheek. Like, that looks just really nice. And around my nose isn't too cakey either. That's really interesting. Why did I not try this sooner? I like this. And between my eyebrows, like, normally this is like Cake City if it's going to be a cakey foundation. Normally my forehead is like the first place to sort of say it, like around my eyebrow area, but that looks really nice. I really like that. Okay, the next thing we have got to go into is concealer. Now, I won't lie to you, this Colourpop concealer is not my favourite. Like, I don't know what the hype was all about. I do not get the hype, okay? I don't get it, never have, probably never will. I've owned these concealers for quite a while. Won't lie to you, I mean, they look like they're breaking up. Like, can you see this? Does that look healthy to you? I mean, I'm still going to use it. I think it's just where I had it standing up the other way. I'm still going to use it, but they're kind of separating a little bit. I mean, do your Colourpop concealers do this? Is this normal? I mean, usually my concealers like separate and I just sort of twist them around and they're fine. Okay, so from this side that way, we've got light 10 here. Then we've got light neutral just there, which is the darkest one. And then we've got fair 08, which is this one here. And then which one is that? Fair 5, that one there. I'm thinking probably light 10, maybe, this one here. And because I know that this concealer creases on me, I mean, no one else suffers from this problem, so maybe I'm being too heavy-handed. I'm going to just do little tiny, like, marks, and then we'll build it up rather than sort of having too much on our faces. I've just never been a fan of this concealer. Like, everyone was hopping on this trend of loving this concealer, and it was literally just me that hated it, and I was like, am I using this wrong? So I'm going to work in very, very thin layers and just add coverage where I really want it, because I really don't want this to crease on me today. I kind of want to look cute. And then going straight into the Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder. I've used this like a couple of times and I don't really know what to think of it. I'm going to take, oh god, I'm going to take my sponge and just kind of set underneath my eyes. I'm just lightly setting under my eyes with this powder. So I'm not going to bake with this powder, I'm just going to straight away take it off. I've also got the No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder in the shade Light. That's where I was getting confused. I'm just going to take my Real Techniques BO2 brush, which is like a tiny, tiny little brush, and just take this powder and just maybe set on my jawline just here, which is what I usually do, and on my chin. Now for cheeks, I did have the Super Shock formula of the bronzers, and they are in my drawer, but I think they've dried out. So like, you know, the Super Shock formula of their cheek products. And I have a couple of blushes, but like I said, I think they've kind of just dried out. So I need to get some Duraline and kind of revitalise them a little bit. But I have got some powder products. I've got the Afternoon Delight bronzer and the California Dreaming bronzer. I was never like really buzzed about these, I'm gonna be honest. I was really excited to buy them. I remember being quite excited when they came. One's like a bit cooler and one's a bit warmer, but I didn't find them very pigmented, or at least I didn't find CA Dreaming very pigmented. So we'll take this Spectrum A05 brush and take the lighter one. We'll just go lightly with this, then we can go darker in a minute. If you watch this channel a lot, you know that I love a good bronzer, so I like a bronzy neutral like bronzer colour to kind of contour and bronze my face at the same time. To be honest, it's just out of pure laziness that I don't want to do both steps, but yeah, I just don't know. I don't find that this bronzer does enough for me. Like, I am going in this and I just don't find that it gives me enough. We'll go into the Afternoon Delight one, which is a bit darker, so, oh, okay, and crumbly. I was never really a fan of these bronzers. I thought they were a bit skippy. Like, can you see how much like they're skipping across my cheek? I'm not a fan of these. I feel like this bronzer is just going all over my face. Not cute. I feel patchy. Now I have a few single Colourpop blushes, and I have a few of the Super Shock ones. Like I said, I think those have dried out, like the bronzers, and I use the single ones quite often, if I'm going to be honest. But I recently hauled the Kathleen Lights blushes. These are just in like their generic magnetic palette. So I bought one of these just to put all of these in. These are like her new blushes and the 2 highlighters that she recommended to go with. These aren't her highlighters, but these 4 are her blushes. So I thought we would give these a go. I have no idea what we're going to do on the eyes today, so I might just stick to something neutral, like something like this. Maybe dip a bit of this in, maybe dip a bit of this in. Maybe we'll just go for a bit of everything. I'm going to use my MAC 139S brush and kind of just go into like these 2 to start. Ooh, okay. These are nice. I like these. These are cute. I was going to put a bit of orange into these blushes just to make it a bit warmer, but actually they're really, really nice. So I'm blending Luna Has It, this one here, which is like the brownie one. And then we've got like a slightly mauve one saying I Need Space. So I'm mixing these 2 together. Not putting very much on my brush, but I'm just like buffing from the apples of my cheeks up here and kind of like connecting it all with my bronzer. That's kind of like how I enjoy doing my blush recently. They're very nice. I think they're slightly glowy as well, so yeah, you can see the light being caught on them. They're very nice. I like these. So obviously I have 2 highlighters here. I have like, I don't know, I have the Super Shock ones. They brought out the Villains ones, which I've got 3 of. They've recently done Super Shock shadow palettes. So we've got the Good Sport one here with 4 here. We've got the Dream Sequence one. They have the Super Shock shadow like cheek ones, you know, the highlighters. I always use those, so I didn't want to use one today because I always gravitate towards them. This is my favourite highlighting palette possibly in my collection. It's definitely my favourite highlighting palette from Colourpop. Absolutely love this one. It's called Innuendo, I think that's what it's trying to say. But I kind of want to use something new. I haven't used these 2 highlighters. I mean, I wasn't going to use them, but I haven't used them. Should we give them a swatch? Oh, they are pretty. Oh, they're very wet looking as well. Oh, God, everything in me makes me want to put these on. Do you know what? I'm going to go with the Maleficent one because I actually really, really like that one. It's this one right here. And I'm going to go into the Super Shock formula. This might be better with my fingers. I always find that the Super Shock formula is better with my fingers, but we'll try with a brush. See what happens. Not a lot. Let's try with the fingers. So here it is. Ooh, that's pretty. That's actually darker than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to go overboard. I'm just going to put a little bit on. And we'll just finish it off with those 2 powder highlights. I probably just should have put these on in the beginning, but I just want to show you how amazing these are. Like, I'm sure you've seen them, but I love them so much. They're so like glossy looking. Love them. And I'm going to go into this shade here, which is Padded Down, which actually, do you know what? Let's do a mix of them. Let's do a mix. So we've got Padded Down and Dreamscape, this one here, which is much more whitey pearl, and the other one's more of a champagne colour. So let's just go into both. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so I love all of these. That was a definite win. I'm sure I'll love these 2 colours as well. I do like bright blushes when I've got like no eye makeup on and very subtle lip. I do like a statement blush. The Dope Taupe Precision Brow Pencil is hands down my favourite brow pencil I've ever owned in my life. It's like one of the most affordable brow pencils, and it's just so creamy and it blends beautifully. It's so quick and easy to use. You can do thick brows, thin brows, a touch up, sculpt, be feathery if you want. I love it. And then my favourite like brow pomade is their Colourpop brow pomade. I've got this in Dope Taupe as well. I've had this for literally like 2 years and I still haven't finished it yet, and I'm like kind of getting bored of using the same pot, you know. I want to start a fresh one, but gotta finish this first. I'll kind of just do one brow on here for you just so you can see one brow, but I'll do the other one off camera. So I will just wind this up a little bit. These brow pencils, the only bad thing about them is that you can't wind them back down. You can wind down the Brow Boss one, but not precisely the brow pencil. So I'll brush all my hairs up, and then I will take a line from the start of my brow, go up, and then back down. Because we're using both products, I'm just going to define the arch of my brow up here, like that, and then just meet that down to the tip again. And then I will define this with the brow pomade. Obviously you don't have to do this. This is just showing off both products. So I've got the brow pomade here. I'll just brush up my hairs again. And then the direction that my brows are growing in, I kind of just follow that with the eyebrow brush. And then with a pomade, how I make the front of the brow less blocky is just taking on its side like this and then dragging straight up like this. And then just take my brush, brush it up, brush it up, brush it up, brush it up. The brow brush gel is really nice. I've got the translucent one and the coloured one. This is the coloured one in the shade light brown. Just looks like this, very, very cute. And when I use this, I just flick it. I don't go from the beginning, because if you go from the beginning you get like brow product in between your eyebrows. It's a nightmare. So I go from kind of like a little bit in and then just flick it upwards and outwards, just like so. If you've got bushier brows, you probably just prefer this and just the pencil just to fill in any patches. Yeah, that's kind of it. You can see the difference between one brow and the other. Like, this is definitely bushier. Like I said, using just the pencil, I usually just define the hairs I have got, and it's just like a darker brow rather than a bushier one, but we've put a lot of like volume pomades, gels in it. So yeah, I'll go do my other brow off camera and I'll see you in a minute. Colourpop are known for their eye makeup. Like, I feel like when you think of Colourpop, you just think of a Super Shock shadow. Super Shock shadows are something that are very present in my collection. I have a big like glossy box lid full of one of them. I have another one. This is all like colourful one. I hauled like their new formula in my recent haul, like I said, up in the eye, which is like they're like Super Shock formula, but they've got glitter infused in with them. They're really, really cool, so might use one of them. They've also got the Supernova shadows here. I use these quite often, so won't be using them today, but I've got quite a few. We've also got the Zodiac pigments. I haven't actually applied these to my eyes, so maybe we should apply some of these to my eyes today. I'm not sure. We've always got the palettes. I've got so many of them. We've got the Good Sport one, which I haven't used in ages. We've got the Sweet Talk palette, which is very new to me as well. They've got like new formulas, the glitter in there. And then we've got the Villains Misunderstood palette, which I haven't used yet, and I'm dying to use this one as well because it's so beautiful. We've then got all of their single shadows. They're all of those. I use them very often as well. We then have, oh my god, like this is what I mean, Colourpop have so many eye products, it's unreal. We then have the Jelly Much eyeshadows, which I'm also dying to use. So what do we use? I think I'm going to use the Sweet Talk palette. I haven't used that in a video yet, so I'm going to use the Sweet Talk palette. Maybe we can try and use a bit of this as well, like one of the Super Shock shadows. We're going to just try and create a bloody look out of this, I'm telling you. Like, let's just shove it all on our face and see how we get on. But I'm going to start with the pressed shadows and run a colour through my crease first. I'm going to go into the shade Dream Maker, this one right here. I'm just going to run this through my crease. I'm just taking the same shade and just running it on my lower lash line as well, to kind of like join up to the eyeshadow above. Just to add a little bit of depth, I'm going to go into ICYMI, this shade right here. So that's the one we did just use, and this is the one I'm going to use. I want to like concentrate it on the outer corner. Even though we are going to do a halo eye, I want to just sort of take it from the outer third, outer 2/3, and then I'm just going to drag whatever's left on that brush just down under the eyes a little bit as well. I'm going to just take Catch Me as well, just here on a big fluffy brush, and just kind of go on top just to make sure that we're not travelling too far up with our blend. Just like blending the top half here. Okay, so I want to use this Zodiac pigment. Like I said, this is the one in the RAM. It's kind of very, very corally orange. So what I'm going to do, in order to gauge where I'm going to put this, I'm going to put this Villains like Perfectly Wretched Jelly Much shadow on first, because it's obviously like the lighter colour. And I'm just going to kind of just press this. Oh, that's so pretty. I feel like this is such a pretty, pretty shade. I've not actually used this before on my eyes. I've just swatched it. Like I barely get time to like actually play around with all the makeup that I purchased, which is actually so, so sad. Really, really shiny. Like, look at that. How pretty. I'm just going to use that brush that we used for the outer corner, literally just to blend the edges a little bit. I saw that Kathleen said to wet these for like full pigment, so that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to get like a little flat shader brush. I don't know how I want to show this on camera. I'm going to scoop like the tiniest bit into the lid. So just bear with me a minute. and I'm going to take my Crystal Rose Quartz spray, and I'm going to just like try and do one squirt in here. I don't know if you can see the little red pigment there. I'm going to try and just do, oh god, stir it about so it's like turns into a little paste. Hopefully this looks nice. I've actually got liner to play around with, so I don't want this too thin either. This is really, really beautiful. Okay, loving it so far. Okay, I'm going to do the other one off camera, and we'll see how we get on and if this dries down and it needs a bit more, but actually loving this colour combination so far. Okay, I might use a bit of brown and just like smudge it in my lower lash line, and this is in the colour Mr. Bing. I've had this one for quite a while actually. I've also got this liner, which is their Colourpop liquid liner in the shade Numero Uno, which is just their black one. It came with the BFF black mascara, which is like a chunky tube. I really like this. And what I'm going to do, because I've got quite like a heavy wing with like the pigment going on, I'm going to apply like a really, really baby black wing on top of it so that I don't cover up too much of the eyes, but I just give a bit more definition to that lash line, because we've got quite a lot of like red sparkliness going on at the moment. So I usually do my baby wings by starting to like the outer third, maybe like outer half. This is a lovely liner. Oh my god, this is beautiful. It's so black. Okay, that's like the wing I'm going for, because I feel like that continuation of the pigment looks really cool like that, so I want to repeat that on the other side. Right, I have a couple of mascaras. I have actually purchased 3 of their mascaras. I have no idea what they're like, so hopefully they're good because I've got 3 of them. I've got the black one, which is just plain black mascara, an everyday mascara. I've got the brown one, which I recently hauled, called Brownie Points. It's all in the same packaging, I believe. Yeah, it's all in the same packaging, and they have like different colours on the bottom. This is the black, this is the brown, and I have a blue mascara. On all the writings, like different colours. Is the camera going to focus on that? So you've got the black, the black here, the brown, and then the blue, and then obviously all the colours on the bottom. Blue isn't going to really go with this look today, so I'm not going to put blue on today, but I might try like a bit of brown on the lower lash line and black on the top. Let's try that. I hope I like this. Like I said, I've got 3 of them, so hopefully they're good on the upper and lower lashes. So far I'm liking them. I'm not going to apply lashes today, just for the reason that I want to see what this mascara is like. Usually I don't really care what mascara I've got on when I apply lashes, but let's just see what this mascara can do by itself. It's quite a dry formula, like it's not what I expected. I thought it was going to be quite a wet, thin formula, but this is quite thick. I think it definitely needs like that second coat, especially if you've got heavy eyeshadow on. It might be that you can just put one coat on if you've got nothing going on in your eyes. So as an everyday mascara, this might be quite nice if you've just got a bit of bronzer fluffed in your eyes, which is what I usually do. I'm going to use the brown mascara on my lower lashes just because I don't want it to be too heavy on my lower portion. I miss brown mascara. I'm so glad it's like come back into fashion. I used to wear clear mascara. Like, what the hell was that about? Do you remember that trend? Clear mascara? What was that even about? Okay, I am going to like risk it for a biscuit and put on Can't Party Wait. Can't Party Wait? I don't really know what that means. But it's this one here. It's like a peachy, pinky, orangey, glittery, super shock mess. I'm just going to put some on my finger, and I'm going to kind of just press it, oh god, in the centre. Maybe just here. Oh, I can see this glitter falling down my face. Oh no. There we go. There we go, we've added it. You can't say I didn't add it. Oh my goodness. I've got a lot of things going on in my eyes today. The only thing I'd say is because of that glitter, it is a little bit chunky chunk. So it does kind of like fall about your face a little bit. So I'd definitely say that these are gorgeous if you are just wearing these on the lids with a couple of like just mattes fluffed through the crease. But I think when you've already got a lot of stuff going on in your eyes already, it kind of just loses it a little bit. Like you can see I've put the glitter there and there and it looks pretty, but I don't think it's necessary if I'm going to be completely honest. I'm just going to blend out the edges a little bit. I've never tried a Colourpop lippy pencil, so here we go. This is in the shade BFF. It's quite a nude colour, which I think is going to suit this quite well. I don't want anything audacious with this look going on, because I feel like the eyes are a statement in themselves. So yeah, let's just see how we get on with this. This is actually like a perfect nude to me. So I want something slightly peachy and not too pink. Now, Colourpop do like the never-ending list of like lip products. They've got the Luxe lipsticks, which I love. I've got quite the collection of these. I actually love these. And when these came out, I was literally buzzing. So I bought quite a lot. They do, of course, still carry the original lippy sticks. I actually still really love these. I don't know which ones I prefer more, like this one or this one, but I feel like these are like glossier. And of course they've got the lip tints that have just come out. I haven't picked those up yet. I probably will at some point. I'm going to wait for a restock where I can just get them all in one go, because I want all of them, of course. But obviously they do those lip tints that have just come out. By the time I upload this video, they've probably come out with another lip product. They also have the glosses. I don't own the glosses. I'm not a massive gloss person. I do have two, well, I have more than two of their glosses, but I like the nudie glosses. I have here the Ultra Glossy Lip Moonchild and the Ultra Glossy Lip Fairy Floss. Two classics, one by Kathleen Lights, and this is like a cult favourite, Fairy Floss, so I might use one of them today. Like I said, I've got loads and loads and loads of these lippy sticks. They do liquid lipsticks. They have the Ultra Matte X formula, or just like the matte formula, and they also have the satin formula, and they have the Ultra Blotted Lip formula. Let's go in with this one, Layover by the Luxe Lips collection. I think this is like the closest to what I kind of want to achieve. Okay, yeah, that works perfectly. And of course I want to chuck over a lip gloss. I'm going to use Moonchild because the Fairy Floss is a bit too milky for this look. And I'm just going to put this like right in the centre of my lips. Just like right here. Where's my setting spray gone? Here it is. We'll just do a little bit this time, learn from my mistake. Okay, that's enough. It's enough, that's enough. Where's the fan? What do you think, you guys? What do you think? I think the concealer is definitely a miss. It's like cracking around my nose and creasing. I still hate it. The foundation though, you guys, I'm actually really intrigued to try out these foundation sticks a bit more. I might buy a few more shades because that one is the darkest one, but those other shades are way too pale. They're more like my winter shades. So I'm going to buy a few more shades of this foundation stick. It's really nice. We have a bit of an unblended a bit here. But yeah. What do you think? I actually really like it. I really like all of the shades I've put on. I wish I didn't put that glitter on, but whatever. Too late now. Love the mascara. Love the gel liners. Love the highlighter. Boom, 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 boom. Check me out. And yeah, I like the serum as well that we put on in the beginning. I want to try out more of Fourth Ray Beauty stuff. In between my eyebrows, like that foundation, like look at my forehead, you guys. Hang on. Look at that forehead. Seriously, like no creasing. But the concealer, like where I put that concealer, can you see that it's like rubbed all off? I feel like that's ruined my beauty look. My makeup look. Like all around my nose. Like I put it on my nose and that's all come off. I'm not feeling that, but everything else, including the eye makeup, I'm actually kind of living for a little bit. So yeah, I love it. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching. I feel like I have practically got every single Colourpop product on my face right now. Thank you guys for watching. I know it's been a long one. I can only thank you enough for watching if you have got to the end of this video, but hopefully you like this look. If you want me to play around with Colourpop makeup in the future, but just use one or two products and feature them, or just do an eye look, please do just say that down in the comments and I will do so, because I just enjoy playing with this makeup so much. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video today. Like I said, I know it's been a long one, but thank you. I do appreciate it if you have watched to the very end. Subscribe and ring the bell if you have not already, and be notified of all the videos that I do upload. Shove a comment down below if you want me to do anything else Colourpop wise, or if you think I need something from Colourpop that you've tried and I haven't. Just comment it down below and we'll have a little conversation about it. And that is it. I need like a martini and multiple wipes because I have pigment everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Thank you for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye! Oh my god, I'm getting old. Oh man alive. Ones have to blend out nicely. I've now got bloody glitter all over my face. Amazing.